Okay, Roger Rave here. Got a lot more yoga to do. Those are just some basic beginning yoga, and that was a pretty good workout. There was still some more to do on that, and that's some things that I've got to work on. That I think I got a pretty good control over now. Some stuff about about the video itself and about the the mechanics of the camera and timing, things that it's kind of a good thing because if a video is really long on the camera and then it's like I don't know, saved to corrupt file or some other thing, or it takes like forever to download and the camera runs out of batteries and it says you just can't get it, then that's screwed up. So it's kind of a good thing that there's some certain details with the mechanics, and so that's what I was kind of talking about, kind of thinking about stuff. A guy in his later ages, there's a need and interest, requirement. There may be some situations or circumstances, maybe just plain old good idea. It seems like things are changing in America and around the world, and it's probably just a pretty good idea to start checking into some physical fitness and some, like some defense. What is it? We say this thing about the animal life. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, and this defending thing. It's like, well, what do I fucking have to defend for? What are we talking about? The basic core of life in the material world and the animal core instincts. Some sort of thing about survival or something. You need food and you need water. You need air. You know what I mean? And this thing about defending. Aggressors. You're talking about defending aggressors. Generally we're kind of thinking about, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, local law enforcement agencies. We're talking about stuff that's like so screwed up and so screwed around backwards and upside down, man, make your head spin. Ever increasing violence in the streets. Who knows? Riot could break out at any time. Who knows? What else? I guess the thing about gun control, more lunatics got guns, but you can't have one or something. I don't know. They're going around. There's a lot of stuff going on. A global economic and political unrest. Then there was that thing about the, whatever there is that we see in our skies, whatever's up there. A lot of speculation about it. A lot of peer groups that have been kind of determining what these elements are. Like if you get sick, you get a permanent damage on a thing, something you got from your doctor or something. Best just not even to mention it. It's just another fact of life. That's just the way it is. So, I guess, there's just a lot going on. So I'm going to be doing another video. I'm going to be putting this together. I just want to put this on here. It's a little introduction. I'm just getting set up right now. I kind of got involved with a few other things, and I need to get something to eat again. And when I woke up, I guess maybe I put a little too much salt on it. I made spinach dal. It was really good, But it seemed like it needed a little more salt. So that's the way I felt when I woke up this morning, kind of like that salty thing going on in here, So, I can't do my yoga on a full stomach. I can't do it after I just ate and stuff. So, and I just, it kind of looks like I'm kind of getting a little more solid there and stuff. So that's cool. I look good. I feel good. the crazy guy online in his underwear. Well, I'm kind of thinking, we had like the residence artist. That I was a resident artist for Club Hell for many years, about 4 or 6 years or something like that. And they got their write-ups in LA Weekly. I got my photos along with the photo shoots, my artwork. It was published on LA Dark Room. We were also still doing some art shows at Bordner's. That's you know, and Borders is like one of my favorite places too. Club Hill is definitely my favorite place. I was always kind of thinking like, you know, if there was like some strip like in Paris or something, the land of Bohemia. It must have been right after I saw Moulin Rouge. You know, but I keep thinking about this 24/7 resident artists. They just live there and just sell their art, and then they just eat and they just sleep there and they just paint there on a strip outside, you know, in Bohemia, you know, in Paris or France or some exotic European country, maybe Amsterdam. If Club Held at Ivar was like this type of a strip where I'd never have to leave, and we had this thing going on 24/7. Like that would be like so cool. I mentioned that to Hell Kitty one time. I told her how much I appreciate it, how much I loved Club Hell. So that's what I'm kind of thinking about this yoga thing, and this is kind of cool. You know, just you know, like a residence performer. You know, just you know, a guy over there in the corner. You know, doing, you know, just doing his yoga. You know. Of course, you know, the stuff that we had, you know, was really, really advanced, like a world-class suspension artist. Where they had this whole big giant production on that and stuff. And this guy was like really well-toned. You know, I guess maybe his bones dislocated or something. You know, he was in a wheelchair. You know, I mean, this guy was definitely toned, you know, where he could hang like that. And he was in all the movies, you know, the movies that you see, you know, where the people are... you know, hanging by the hooks and swinging around and stuff. You know, they catch them on fire or something. You know, like the bad guy at the end of the movie or something like that. You know, these are the guys that are in those movies or in those films that are doing these that are doing these suspension. You know, so this I believe that this guy was actually also in movies. That travels worldwide. Does this suspension act, and you know, as well as some of the other stuff. It's, you know, a little more hardcore. You know, type of you know, goth punk. You know, kind of like an S&M kind of a thing kind of going. You know, that they have going on. So. I was kind of thinking, you know, maybe being able to get in a little bit of that. So I had DJ software and I got tons of MP3s. I'm going, why don't I be a DJ? You know, in a little club or something like that. It'd be cool to be a little DJ, you know. I guess there was this guy named Coyote Stivers or something like that. It was, you know, he'd bring his little stuff. It's just some little digital stuff. He just plugged it into the sound system. And he had tons of MP3s, and, you know, he'd be the DJ. You know, I think he had a couple nights a week over there at Tiny's on Hollywood Boulevard. I love Tiny's. Tiny's is great. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be putting this together. I got some more. I got tons of yoga videos. So I got the one that I really like to do, and I'm going to do that one. It's got a little more advanced techniques. What I was just doing on yesterday's video was, you know, pretty much introductory, beginning type yoga exercises. Anyone can do very easily without hurting themselves. So I wanted to put up a disclaimer. You know, they always state as